How much do you understand about what's happening in your prospects' heads and hearts? And I mean really happening. When they're thinking of switching MSP, what are all the questions that are running through their heads? What are all the opportunities they're hoping to benefit from? What are all the fears that are holding them back? Right now, I've got a very clever framework for you to use to understand exactly what's happening in almost anyone's mind, especially a prospect. It's a superpower that you can develop, which will help you close more clients for your business. I want to talk about how you can get a better understanding of your prospects' pain points with 5 whys. No, not Five Guys, the rather excellent burger chain. I mean 5 whys. It's a problem-solving method developed by the founder of Toyota quite some time ago, about 100 years ago or so. And I believe that you can use it in your MSP sales. The idea is that you keep asking versions of why until you get to the real core of someone's problem or desire. So here's an example. It's a bit of a sort of a two-way conversation between you and a prospect. Prospect says, "We need better internet." And you say, "Why is that then?" And the prospect says, "Because our connection is really bad." And you say, "Well, why is it really bad?" And the prospect says, "I don't know, you tell me. My staff complain all the time that their computers are slow." And you respond with, "Well, why do you think that is?" And the prospect says, "Well, they tell me they can't get their work done fast enough, and I am fed up with their complaints." And you say, It sounds like an obvious question, but why are you fed up with their complaints?" And the prospect pauses for a second and then says, "I just want them to get on with their work. I want them to stop hassling me with questions and complaints all the time." And you say, "It sounds like you have a lot of frustration there. Why is solving that so important to you?" And the prospect says, "Because I'm trying to build a business here, My staff are holding me back." And you say, "So your staff are holding you back because their technology is holding them back." Would you agree with that? That's pretty badly acted by me. In fact, it sounds like bad dialogue from a cheap novel, but you get the idea. In your own words, right, as part of a natural conversation. Can you see the power of that? Can you see that that's a very powerful tool? Asking why again and again and again, asking why about each of their answers to understand what they really want and why it's so important to them. And all of that done in one short conversation. In fact, in that conversation, you've moved the prospect from "I just need this solution" to actually uncovering their real desire. "I want you to remove any technology blocks so I can grow my business." Understanding what's really motivating them deep in their heart helps you to close the sale and better serve the client once they're working with you, right? Do you get that? Well, here's a question. Do you already use the 5 whys in your sales?
Paul Green's MSP Marketing Edge.